Now, let's proceed to another example of case 5, where your tangent is even, secant is odd. Therefore, whenever we see tangent squared x, we will exchange it to secant squared x minus 1, and we'll proceed with IBP. So let's see here. Our tangent is squared, so definitely this is tangent even, and our secant is odd, which is secant cube. So let's do this. Let's exchange your tangent squared x to be secant squared x minus 1 in bracket, and just rewrite back secant cube x dx. So now let's expand this. So we'll have integrate secant to the power of 5x minus secant cube x dx. So now let's solve this one first. Integrate secant to the power of 5 of x dx. Of course, we need to use IBP as what is written in our guideline. So let's split power of 5. This will become integrate secant cube x secant squared x dx. So the first part here, let it as u. So u is secant cube x. So we need to differentiate this by using chain rule. So just bring down the power reduced by 1, further differentiate inside. So this is 3 secant squared x, further differentiate secant x is secant x tangent x. Let's focus here again. When this is your u, definitely the back here will be your dv. So now your dv is equal to secant squared x dx. Therefore, let's integrate both of them. So v will be equal to tangent x. So let's open up our IBP. So it is uv minus integrate v du. So u v minus integrate v du. Okay. Now let's focus here. The back part here. So 3 is a constant, so take it out. So for the inside function here, you are left with secant cube x tangent squared x dx. So let's stop here first. Let's focus on the second one. Integrate secant cube x. So actually, we have done this before in the previous example. So you just split cube. This is just secant x secant squared x dx. So let this as u, let this as dv. Differentiate this and integrate this. So let's open up. It is uv minus integrate v du. So let's solve this. This is just tangent squared x secant x. So again, this is tangent even secant odd. So let's open up. Tangent squared x is just secant squared x minus 1 multiplied by secant x dx. So let's expand this. This is integrate secant cube x dx plus integrate secant x dx. So now we can see that this is the common term. So just bring this to the other side. So ayam plus ayam is just 2 ayam. And let's write this back and let's solve this as ln here. And finally, integrate secant cube x dx is just 1 over 2 of the rest of the answer here. So now let's go back to our main question here. So we have split this just now. This is integrate secant to the power of 5x dx minus integrate secant cube x dx. So let's rewrite back your answer for secant to the power of 5 of x dx and minus with rewrite back your answer for integrate secant cube x dx. Now, do you realize that this is the same function? Okay, so this is ayam, this is minus 3 ayam. So let's do this. This is a special case of IBP. So let's bring this to your left hand side. So this is just ayam plus 3 ayam. So you'll get 4 ayam. So for your right hand side, this is equal to the rest of this. So this function here minus half of this function here. So now let's solve finally for what we want, which is this one. So this is just 1 over 4 of everything that you have here. And don't forget to write plus C. So that's all for case number 5. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.